Hello, my name is Ton Bettis. I'm with Utah State University Extension and the KSL Greenhouse Show, and today we're going to learn how to transplant a houseplant. So what I have here is I've got some potting soil in this tin and then a new pot right here. And so what we're going to do is just learn how to transplant these houseplants, because a lot of times people are a little bit afraid of doing that. So to get this out of the pot, what I'm going to do on this one is just gather the foliage and put it in my hand, turn it sideways, and just gently pull it out. Now, I knew this needed to be transplanted because the roots themselves are growing to the edge of the pot. You can see that the soil is still fairly loose, but so it's a perfect time to put this into a new pot. So if I put it in here and it hits the bottom, you can see that it looks like I bought pants a couple of sizes too big for it. And so what I'm going to do is put this plant to the side, and then I'm going to get a couple handfuls of potting soil and just pile in the bottom of the pot. That is just right. And so now I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to pour the potting soil around the pot and just gently tap the pot and use my fingers to slide it around. So make sure I don't bury the leaves. Pour a little more in. And tap it a little more. And I still need some, but I've got some down in the side. So I'll use my hands and just kind of slop it in there. And this seems like it'd be a little bit more delicate procedure, but most of these house plants will just tolerate this just fine. So I've got that in there. I'm using my fingers to press the soil around, tapping it a bit. And one thing that's important when you do this is to have a tray under the pot, because that will collect the water. And so if you have it on top of a shelf or in a windowsill or something, that you won't ruin your woodwork and whatever else it's sitting on. But that is the process of transplanting a houseplant. This should last for probably 2 years before it needs to be transplanted again. One more thing about pots, if these get overly too many roots in here and very root bound, they can actually crack a pot sometimes. Or say this pot had a lip that was turned in toward the plant, I might need to cut or break the pot to get it out. And so I always try to buy pots so that I can easily pull the plant out when it needs to be transplanted again. And that is how to transplant a houseplant.